I refused to force my daughter to give her education fund to my wife's son and kicked her out for crossing the line over it. A bit of background. I am 39M, a father to my daughter, 18F, let's call her Emma. My first wife and I were middle school sweethearts. Emma was a happy accident, and we were thrilled to be parents to her. But my wife died while giving birth to her. I had just graduated and started a job, and I failed to juggle a kid and the career. So I remarried in a year and a half to my second wife, 42F, let's call her Sam. She was also struggling with raising her son, Tom, due to financial difficulties. It was a marriage of convenience, and we were very open about that. She would stay at home raising both kids while I would financially provide for them. There were ups and downs along the road, but we made it work. Sam always gave her son preferential treatment emotionally, which I never took issue with. After all, she was my daughter, not hers. But I always provided equally for both of them because I always felt obligated to be fair with both of them. There were not any major issues growing up. Both kids maintained a healthy relationship with each other while maintaining a bit of distance. Both cared for each other, and we never asked for more. My first wife and I both had an insurance policy. It was paid out when she died. For some reason, we once randomly talked about what we would do with money if one of us passed away. We both decided it would go to our kids, and if we didn't have a kid, then the surviving spouse should travel the world. I have kept that money in a trust that has grown over the age of 17 years and has been yielding significant profits, and now it's quite a bit of money. I have never borrowed even a penny from it because it belongs to my daughter, and I am just a guardian. This year, both kids applied to colleges, and Emma got into an Ivy League with a full scholarship. Our plan was if Emma did not get a scholarship, I would pay her tuition with the trust. Tom also applied to an Ivy League and got admission but without a scholarship. He and I both discussed our options, and I told him that while I can help him with living expenses while he pursues his studies, but I can't afford the tuition without taking a massive hit. He was understanding and said that he will take a loan for it. It was settled then, or at least I thought it was. One night Sam asked me if I can pay her son's tuition with the payout. She knows the width of that policy. I was startled for a second, but I said I will think about it. I delayed it because I wanted to ask Emma whether she wanted to help Tom out, because I have always let her make decisions of her own, as I feel it's an important part of parenting. I wanted to ask her alone without Sam present, because Sam can be a bit pushy, and I wanted Emma to make a decision on her own without any pressure, because she is the sweetest kid who would rather be hurt than hurt anyone else. I explained the whole thing to my daughter and asked what she wants to do. She asked me what I think she should do, and I told her that I have no opinion, but no matter what decision she makes, it will not change anything between us. She will always be my world. She told me that she wanted to travel the world with me as her mom wanted, with half of the money, and invest the rest so she can have extra cash flow. She asked me for the weekend to think about it, which I was happy to give her. On the weekend, she texted me to come into her room. She asked me to explain the profit yields, the amount, and everything related to the amount, which I did. After contemplating, she decided that she can pay for 1/2 of Tom's tuition while touring the world and maintaining a healthy cash flow. I stressed to her that if she does not want to do it, she does not have to. Tom is not her responsibility, but she said she wanted to help her brother out. During a family meeting, she told that to Tom in front of Sam and me. Tom teared up and hugged her and was very grateful. I noticed Sam was a bit off, but I ignored it. We all went out for dinner. In bed, Sam asked me who decided about Tom's tuition. I told her about the whole situation. Sam was shocked for whatever reason. She said that I didn't have to ask Emma and could have made the decision on my own, as it was not Emma's money. I told her in plain words that she does not get a say in that, since it was decided between me and Emma's mother what we will do with the money. Then she said, why didn't I involve her during the discussions with Emma? And by this time, I was at the edge, and I told her because it was none of her damn business. She said that she would talk to Emma, and Emma can pay for her brother's full tuition, and traveling the world is not necessary. I calmly yet firmly told her that she would not say a word to Emma about this, and this matter is closed. After a week, I was out with my colleagues when I received a text from Tom that I should come home immediately. I rushed home. I was home in 10 minutes. Sam was shouting at Emma how she should pay for Tom's tuition, and Emma was crying. Tom was trying to calm his mother down and get her to shut up, but to no avail. I told my wife to shut up and go to the bedroom as politely as I could, because I did not want to insult her in front of Tom, because after all, she was his mother. I picked Emma up and was taking her to her bedroom when I heard Sam yell, "You were always a monster! You killed your mother while coming into this world!" And this was the end point. I told Sam that I am going out and I will come back in 2 days, and she better be gone when I come back. I took Emma with me and asked Tom if he wanted to come with us. Tom was reluctant, but eventually came with us. I drove them to a nearby hill town and got us checked in. Emma was crying all the way, and I let her after a few initial tries to calm her down. By the next morning, we met for breakfast. Emma's eyes were swollen from crying, and Tom basically got to his knees and apologized for his mother's behavior. Emma told him that it was not his fault. We three had a heart-to-heart discussion once Emma and I had talked in privacy, where Emma was reassured that she wasn't responsible for anything. Emma will still be paying for Tom's 1/2 tuition. I also talked to Tom and told him that I would be divorcing his mother, and there is no turning back from that. But that doesn't have to change my relationship with him unless he thinks otherwise. He asked me to consider my decision, and I asked him if what I was doing was unfair. He said no, and he understood. By the time we got home, my parents were already there, and Sam was gone. My parents asked about what happened, and apparently, Sam had fed them half the story and told them the whole tale. They were furious but tried to lower the temperature and asked if there was any way to make amends. I told them that my decision is final. I have served Sam with papers with a fair amount of alimony along with a 1BR apartment since she made our home while I worked, despite the prenup which eliminated any prospects of alimony or division of assets. In the meantime, our relatives and friends have been asking me to reconsider it. While they do not condone what happened, they want me to make space for her. Sam also reached out to Emma and apologized for her behavior. Emma asked me to reconsider my decision, as she has forgiven Sam and feels like there won't be any friction since she has already left for college. I am not willing to roll back, because whatever affection I had for Sam is gone. I don't think it will ever be the same if we got back together, and there is no changing that lack of feelings for her. So I am asking objective and impartial Redditors for any advice on what to do here.